plan is a series of strategic attacks.
What you said, teeth?
He got nothing left. I'm like, you got those teeth.
Yeah, he about to take a bite out of crown right now.
That boy has some big white teeth.
Yeah, who needs guns when you got them teeth right there? Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. We're going to talk about this action movie right here, and you don't get no more action hero than Tom Clancy. There was a dude, I say that because there was a dude he was at E3. For some reason, he could not say Tom Clancy. He kept saying Tom Clancy. Oh, no. And he thought he was smooth with that shit, too.
Trying to fancy it up.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy.
I said that so much, he almost messed me up. Because I catch myself saying Tom Clancy today.
Oh,
no, people, Tom Clancy. You don't get no more Tom Clancy action hero. Because with Tom Clancy, you get franchise. You get books, you get video games, you get movies, TV shows,
TV series.
So an actor's ready to jump on Tom Clancy's dick on something.
Set me up in one of those franchises. I'll be set.
It's not always, it's not a guarantee, but there's a good chance that either you are going to get some money from this guy who keeps putting out content in the forms of books and other stories, or if you're an actor, you're probably going to get into something that's going to be spun off into another franchise, whether it be movies or a streaming TV show.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking about with your boy Michael B. Jordan, man. Michael B. Jordan, I can understand why he jumped on this immediately. We're talking about Without Remorse. Without Remorse, not only is this an action franchise from Tom Clancy, who, when he puts something out, you never know where it's going to go. But it's always going to go somewhere.
Sure. And it's going to get a lot of publicity.
Yeah, exactly. So if he gets a lot of publicity, you get a lot of publicity. Mm-hmm. But this is also based on one of his most popular books, Without Remorse. I think the reason why that book is so popular because it has the familiarity of a lot of action properties out there. It has the terrorism and the hero that has to stop the terrorists, but it also has the action hero, and people love an action hero who wants revenge. Revenga. You killed my family. You killed my wife, my babies out there. Oh, you got to die.
You just made this personal.
It's personal now. You know, before it was my job. I was paid to kill you. But now I don't give a fuck if I don't get a check for this. I'm going to hey, this one's for free. This one's on the house. This murder right here, that one will cost you nothing. First one's free. Tell your friends I'm coming. The same thing here. Also, everybody loves the hero that feels like he was doing the right thing, but then was betrayed by the company, the corporation, or the government. Michael B. Jordan went out to kill some people, I don't know, in Iraq or some Afghanistan. Where was he?
Yeah, it was Afghanistan.
I think it was Afghanistan.
But there were Russians there.
But there were Russians involved. So this leads to this whole Russian involvement. Even though they thought they were doing their jobs, they killed all these people, these Russians. They're back with a vengeance. Because this whole thing, as we see in these action movies, it was a setup. Oh boy, the old action switcheroo. The old action okie doke out there. Some people are saying, man, this sounds awesome. I'm a Tom Clancy fan. I like action. And then some people are saying, well, you know what, that's cool, but it sounds like all the shit I've heard before. Where does this lie? Or does it have a nice balance? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Without Remorse. Something that I was very much looking forward to. I'll explain why later.
I got nothing left. Their plan is a series of strategic attacks all over the world.
What you said, teeth?
He got nothing left. I'm like, you got those teeth.
Yeah, he about to take a bite out of crown right now.
That boy has some big white teeth.
Yeah, who needs guns when you got them teeth right there?
No remorse. Because I'm sucker.
You know, this whole Tom Clancy thing is getting kicked off with John Kelly. John Kelly, He is one of the top Navy SEAL guys they got. And of course, as we have in all these movies, he's on a mission here in Afghanistan. There's a government setup. They make it personal by killing his family, and he wants to get to the bottom of this whole setup right here. But of course, they say, John, I don't know you're unhinged, man. I don't know if you're thinking straight because now you made it personal. He's like, well, I made it personal. They killed my fucking wife and unborn kid.
Sure. But it's also, hey, there's a protocol that you're too close to this. We can't have you on it. But I want to be on it. Oh, okay. Well, then go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, well, why? Oh, well, why did you say so? Yeah. Come on, man. we were hoping you said that. People.
Hey, wait, what? Just like that, huh? Okay. All right.
People, listen. I am a big Michael B. Jordan fan. I love Michael B. Jordan because, for one, Michael B. Jordan is out there, and I believe, I can't prove it, but I believe that Michael B. Jordan is choosing roles where it goes against type. He's like, I don't want to be in some real struggle shit. I don't want to be in I don't just want to be the black guy in something. I want to do things with sci-fi. I want to do things with superheroes. Yeah. I want to do things with action movies.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be the lead in those things. And while those things might not be completely original, I want to be somebody who's a face in that, where somebody who looks like me is not always featured in the lead role as much. To say that this is not the best thing that he has done for me, it hurts me. You know, I was looking forward to this so much because, as I said, this is franchise, man. To be the lead in a Tom Clancy property, that's big. That means that this guy's probably going to be showing up in more episodes or more movies. He might have a series on Amazon. It might blow up to be a movie. I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. I'm going to tell you why. Listen, imagine taking elements of every action movie you've seen, from Lethal Weapon to The Punisher, and giving that to you, be like, ooh, shit, that's a lot of action right there. Oh, that's worth my money. And sure, it is. And you know what? Take as much of this action as you like. But before you take it, let me take the personality out of that real quick. All right, you good. Take that. Take what's left right there. People, to me, I watched this the whole time and I said, I want to be behind this, but this has no personality in it for me at all. You know, for a movie about a guy in agonizing emotional pain, he sure looked like he didn't give a fuck to me. They had that one scene, you know, in every action movie, they got the scene where the guy, when he lost his family, he takes that trip back to the crime scene of the house, and he walks in and he's like, you know, he just lets it all out. He looks into the void and he's like, ah! And he's like, all right, now that I got that out the way.
Yeah. Cut. All right. We never need to reference this.
Yeah, we don't talk all right, now that I got that scream out the way, hey, I showed that I gave a shit. Now let me just go on with the rest of the movie. Hey, now let's kill some motherfuckers. I just didn't feel it, man. And I'm sure some people might. I don't know what people are feeling about this movie, but I just have to be honest. I didn't feel any emotional reaction. I didn't feel the need to root for anybody in this. It was about as standard as an action movie as you can get, and for it to be as standard as you can get, that makes it substandard in certain ways.
Like, it has cliches, not from every, like, the standard action movies, but from action movies from the 90s. It just felt like, man, y'all don't even bring in any of the new cliches. You fridge the wife. You break every protocol necessary. You can't have a serious military movie and bring in silencers. Like, we know silencers aren't a real thing.
Yeah, that choof 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 choof.
Yeah, like, you're downstairs in your house. If somebody fires what is actually a suppressor, you're gonna hear that. It's not gonna be like, oh, what's that? Did that squeak? What's going on? And we go through all this, and also it's you know who the villain is the minute they show up on screen. Yeah. Like, hey, tell you what, if you don't have the way to write the villain and make it the subterfuge, don't hire an actor who always plays the villains in these movies in the same way. Yeah. Just don't. And honestly, and all this, so much that happens in it is just like the plot. When you really break it down, is kind of dumb. But it's almost like they said, like, well, we want to update it. We'll make the hero black and his commanding officer, the Navy SEAL, is a black woman. And you're like, that's kind of cool, except there are no female Navy SEALs. And this actress is not very good at all. I mean, she looks like one of the Dora Milaje, but watching her in this, it's like, man, she's really stiff. I mean, I thought she was bad in Queen and Slim, but here...
that's the same chick from Queen and Slim?
Yeah. And I was like, man, she's a mannequin in this. The hero can blast running targets in the forehead with a pistol, but the people coming, the henchmen coming at him with machine guns can't hit a goddamn thing.
Yeah. People, this is a movie that we call By the Numbers.
Oh, boy.
And to be honest with you, and I saw somebody in chat say, come on, Hollywood makes nothing original. You can hit those numbers all you want to. I don't mind if you go in and you go by the number. I don't mind you hitting those numbers, man. Get yourself a lottery ticket. Get those numbers, man. But the only time, because I've seen action movies are a genre where there's nothing original. And so if you are doing something that is by the numbers, just have some fucking personality with it. That's all I'm asking for. I don't expect you to do anything completely original. I don't expect you to show me something new. If you do, great. But if not, just give me something where the actors are good, the actors seem like they have people, they're people that I can root for. Everyone, man, you talk about by the numbers, everyone in the movie seems like they've seen this shit so many times that they're bored.
They're bored. And the dialogue's the worst. It's all just tough guy, what do I have to say to move to the next scene dialogue.
Let me tell you, since you brought up the dialogue, let me tell you something, man. Because the only thing that was keeping me interested in this movie is how ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
They got scenes in here, the dialogue is so bad. The dialogue is bad, and I got to criticize it for that, but it was shit like that was only keeping me interested. Your female commanding officer right here from Queen and Slim, I forgot her name, but she actually, let me give you some lines, because I wrote down some of these lines.
Oh.
Because they were so bad, I said, stop, hold on. Let me put, can you repeat that real quick? I rewound this shit just to make sure I heard what I heard. She walks up, because this movie has everything in there. But she walks up to a certain character that we've seen in every one of these action movies, and her line to this person, she walks up to the government bureaucrat that we all hate. You know, they always have that one guy he's the office guy, the bureaucratic guy, he's the by the numbers guy, and we all hate him because he's just getting in the way of what these guys need to do.
Right. She
walks up to this guy and says, and this is a line, people, how come both times my world have gone to shit, you're standing in the middle of it? I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I know.
Get the out of here.
Wait,
and she actually said it with the neck roll. How come you're always standing in the middle of it? I was like, you don't get the fuck out of my face with that.
You couldn't imagine somebody saying that to you. You'd be baffled. You'd be like, so you've only had 2 bad times in your life?
Yeah. Oh, I'd be like, how many shitty action movies have you been watching? Right. Are you serious? Y'all hear this bitch? Really? For real? Hey, say it one more time. Say it one more time. Hey, no, everybody hear this shit. Y'all, hey, she got a good one, y'all. Say it one more time. Say it to him. Get in the face like I got in mine. There's a scene where Michael B. Jordan, and there's many more lines like this, but there's a scene where Michael B. Jordan, he's mad. And I'm buying into it. But then he ruins the whole thing by saying, I'm going to show him what a pawn can do to a king. I was like, brother, you just lost me with that. You lost
Checkmate.
me with Yeah. Mother, I'd rather you make a checker reference right now. A checkers reference. Don't do this shit. And
just wait till I double jump them.
Somebody in the chat is almost parody. Motherfucker, it is parody. It is about parody. The movie's parodying action movies and doesn't even know.
Doesn't know.
They tried to buy that line because to show that he was a man of chess. He was at a party. He saw 2 kids playing chess, and he walked up and said, "Let me help you with this." And he did this move right here. I was like, well, that's kind of random, but cool. And I realized, oh, you just tried to buy that shitty line right there.
Oh, yeah. No. The minute he did that, I was like, this is your cheap way of showing that he's a strategist.
Yes, exactly.
And I was like, when two people playing chess, you don't just walk up and start moving pieces. You're like, hey, man.
Yeah, even the kid would be like, what the fuck? Like maybe the guy that you helped won, but you made somebody lose.
Exactly.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
I would say that there are some things that I do like in here. On a most basic level. I did like the action in this. But even that, I can't 100% come in and say with good conscience that this is worth watching this movie over. Because, I want to praise this movie for some things it does well. And the action is actually good. It opens up with action. And if you are an action person, it gets things started immediately. They're on a mission. They're already shooting people and blowing stuff up. You got everything. Bullets, explosions, dead bodies. Yeah. If that's what you want to see from the beginning, that's what you got. There you go, man. They have scenes in the jail cell. You saw that in the trailer. That scene in the jail cell is actually pretty cool, even though it has a dumbass ending to it or resolution to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's that. They have a night vision scene, as all these movies do, and even if you really, really think about it, even that shit don't make sense. But I said, all right, as far as the action movie goes, I've forgiven it for a lot of other films. I'll let it slide right here. They had a cool action scene here with night vision. I thought that was fun. I thought that was suspenseful. See, that's where they first fucked up. They mess with somebody in a tank top. You don't ever mess with an action star in a tank top.
Not no wife beater.
No, not no wife. Vin Diesel taught us that shit. Boy, they always got to take somebody out of the steps because it just looks cool when the fools fall. I think sometimes the action hero just waits for them to get on the steps.
Watch this move.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the number 6. Nice. It's one of my favorites.
So you can see somebody just tumble looking stupid down them
Classic.
steps. Listen, and even that's not that special, but I'm going to tell you something, man. I don't care what kind of action you have in a movie. If there's nothing to root for, you get at least I do. I get desensitized to it very quickly.
Well, especially when most people getting killed, the characters don't have names.
Yes.
It's definitely not backstory.
By the end of this movie, and I'm not even lying, man, I'm not exaggerating, and Mark can attest for this. By the end of this movie, my man, he's just shooting faceless bodies. Mm-hmm. It is a Tom Clancy video game by that point. There's a scene where Michael B. Jordan, this is where I gave up on the shit. I said, nah, man, that's bullshit, and we ain't gonna sit up here and talk about this no more. There was a scene here with Michael B. Jordan. Let me see if I can find a good still of him. So after the whole death of his wife thing and him grieving, he immediately decides to take action right after he visits the crime scene. He's been drinking though, like these guys do. He's a little drunk. Mm-hmm. He's not plastered. He's not blitzed.
Oh, you mean this ridiculous?
You know what I'm talking.
Oh my God.
My man, he ain't fucked up. He's just a little tipsy, but he decides like, oh, I know where a piece of this puzzle is that I need to solve. One of the things that is involved in this whole setup is a Russian diplomat. So he walks over to this embassy. He decides to like find out some information by acting like he's drunk, which he kind of already is. He has been drinking. So he goes over there, messes with the security, and the security, he's doing the whole thing. Hey man, I need to get over there, baby. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. But he's just doing that so he can watch the Russian diplomat leave the embassy, and he's watching as the guy drives off in a chauffeured car. Now, my man, he decides when he sees he walks away, and you can see that he's on a mission. Now, you're like, oh, I got my target. Okay, cool, but immediately they cut immediately after that to my man driving a tow truck. Yeah. Chasing that car, tagging that car down. And let me tell you why this doesn't make sense for several reasons. Forget the fact that he's been drinking. Where'd the fucking tow truck come from? Has he been moonlighting as a tow truck driver and been getting some extra business?
Yeah, or did he borrow from a friend and now he's got to explain why I don't have your tow truck?
Why don't I have your tow truck? And let's just say, because I know what you're saying now, Corey, this guy's a military specialist.
He's a strategist.
He knew how to hotwire a car. Why the fuck you take a tow truck, first of all?
A tow truck of all things. And what was the point in him talking to those Russian guards? He could have just sat in the tow truck and waited for that diplomat to come out.
And let me just add something to this. even if he could, forget a tow truck, even if he could hotwire any car, that motherfucker is gone.
Yeah.
He is long gone by this point.
Yeah.
He watched him get on the interstate and leave.
Yeah, he's got to run back to wherever this hidden tow truck is and hope that it has enough speed to catch up to this
in a tow truck.
Yeah.
Did you notice this? You're like, what the fuck?
Yes,
what
I
happened?
did, because I rewound it because I thought that I looked away and missed something. But all that kind of got knocked out of my head because of the ridiculousness of what happened after that.
What happened after that?
Somehow, he runs into them, gets out unscathed, sets their car on fire. Okay, well, he got him. Set the car on fire. Like, in front of everybody, pours gasoline over it, sets it on fire. But instead of him going like, I got their ass, he gets in the car with them and sits there for a while.
That is a scene from the trailer, and I thought like, all right, you know what? Because that's in the trailer, I don't know anything about this, he knows exactly what he's doing. That shit is badass. I saw the movie and I said, that's stupid.
Yes.
That car can blow up at any moment. I said, how the fuck? I said, he just don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you gonna get revenge when both y'all died in the car? Because he's got a long list of people to get after this.
Yeah, because this is what you expect for the end scene. He has finally reached the villain and he's gone so far, he's going to do something extreme.
Yeah, we both going out.
This guy can only give him a name.
Yeah.
He's just getting started.
He still got more work. This is his first shit to do.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is after the tow truck shit.
Yeah, it's right after the tow truck, and it's right after, because in the earlier scene where they kill his wife, he eats a bunch of bullets. He goes to physical therapy, which feels like for a couple of weeks, and then he's fine.
Yeah. People, this is stupid. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Listen, you can get away with a lot of shit. Bad dialogue, stupid action, you can get away with that if your character has personality, if your character is cool.
If your character has, like when we always talk about movies not having humor.
Yeah.
What humor does, it breaks the tension for when you have these extreme or stupid things. You're kind of like, all right, I'm willing to roll with it. But when you're playing it, like they're playing it deadly serious here.
People,
ain't nobody cracking a smile anywhere in this movie.
If Killmonger was doing this shit, everybody'd be like, this is badass. Nobody would say shit. If Killmonger got a tow truck, then he must know what he's doing. If Killmonger set a car on fire and jumped in it, well, shit, Killmonger know what the fuck he's doing because Killmonger's cool.
Yeah.
I ain't even say he's smart. He's cool.
Right.
But watching Michael B. Jordan in this, who has no personality at all, and I love Michael B. Jordan. I don't think that I can see why he took the project. I understand completely
totally
why.
understand why he took it, and there's no reason to think this wouldn't be good. But if this is the first thing I saw him in, I would have written him off as not a good actor.
This is not I would say this. I understand why he took it, and I was excited for it, but this is a project that does not take advantage of the talented person. I tell you, it was really cool seeing Jamie Elliott. I'm sorry, Jamie Elliott. What's his name? What's his name?
Jamie Bell?
Jamie Bell.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool to see Jamie Bell mature and grow in these films, man.
Yeah, he looks like an older Tom Holland.
He really, he sure does. Yeah, he's Tom Holland's big brother. Yeah. Jamie Bell is actually an actor I like a lot.
No, me too. But they're getting them back together since Fantastic Four.
I was like, maybe y'all don't need to be together.
I know. Don't put them in the same room on the same set.
Separate them. These two do not need to be making movies together. Because together, every time they get together, they make some bullshit. Y'all, look, if you've seen this trailer, you've seen this movie, and I'm going to tell you that right now. Like as Martin said, you know who the villain is. You know who the government bureaucrat is that you don't like. You know what the story is with the grieving hero, the action hero who lost his family. You've seen all this shit before, and you've seen it with more oomph and personality in it.
And done so much better. When somebody says, like, man, Hollywood doesn't do anything new, especially with action movies. Okay, granted, but the movie we saw last year, which was kind of a standard action movie, but still had a lot to it, was Extraction with Chris Hemsworth.
That was great.
Yeah, remember? Like with his character, we got that he was depressed and he had to save a kid, but the action sequences, they were exciting.
They were hoping if you spend.
And there was stupid scenes like this.
Oh yeah,
it was dumb.
Absolutely. When it started, I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." But when they get into that long take driving scene, and then the big action piece at the end, That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Walking corpse. And there's no way to protect them.
You have a family?
Yeah, son.
You know, the thing with this that this movie shows me is that just how much I'm giving the action scenes and Without Remorse credit, and now I'm just realizing that those are just routine action scenes too.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, with when you look at something like Extraction or John Wick or anything, it's like those movies have, even the action has personality. They've done something special with it. And here, in this movie, Without Remorse, man, all of this stuff is forgettable, way forgettable. People, I don't know. I'm caught between some old bullshit and the lowest of rentals that you could have. I mean, listen, I've seen really bad movies lately a lot, and I've seen much worse. But I'm telling you, I'm giving this the lowest of rentals that I possibly can.
I'm right there with you, and honestly, I'm almost at that point where I go like, well, why not some old bullshit? I don't have a good answer.
I guess my answer was I think it will satisfy some action fans out there.
I mean, I know that it will, but I feel like even it's like last week talking about Mortal Kombat, where it's like, well, it's giving the fans what they want. It's like, all right, I'm clearly not the fans, but I feel like I speak for the fans, and they should demand something better. They deserve better than this. And for action fans, you deserve better than this. I
did like the way the movie looked. I
feel like that's the trapping that keeps you in there.
Yeah,
because you feel like, well, I feel like I should be watching a good movie right now, and
it's competent.
Maybe it's going to turn at some point.
And I did like some action scenes in here. Like I said, I liked the opening. I liked a lot of the action in here. So yeah, but really, that's not enough to justify me telling you to watch it. Yeah, it's an extremely low rental. That's as low as I can get.
That's how I felt. I was like, all right, this is getting the lowest of rentals.
Yeah. Jesus, I'm sorry. I feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, Michael B. Jordan. I'm sorry, man. I don't. Maybe it's me. Maybe we need some time apart. Like you and Jamie Bell, we need some time apart. Let's try this later.